ओम अथ अजंत नपुंसकलिंग अकारांत शब्दः फल फल इति अकारांत शब्दः नपुंसकलिंगे अस्ति। सः शब्दः अजन्तः अच् नाम स्वरः फल अ इति अन्ते अवशिष्यते तस्मात् एषः अजन्त शब्दः। अस्तु, कथं प्रवर्तते फलशब्दः? फलं फले फलानि, फलं फले फलानि, फलेन फलाभ्यां फलैः, फलाय फलाभ्यां फलेभ्यः, फलात् फलाभ्यां फलेभ्यः, फलस्य फलयोः फलानां, फले फलयोः फलेषु, हे फल हे फले हे फलानि। अस्तु, अत्र फलशब्दः यथोक्तं मया प्रथमा द्वितीया विभक्त्योः समानः भवति। यथा प्रथमा विभक्तिः प्रवर्तते, just as the फल शब्द goes in the prathama vibhakti, the same is repeated, is copied into the dvitiya vibhakti as well. So the first is phalam phale phalani. Now this is a unique way because the ma does not usually come in the prathama itself. However, in the napumsakalinga it does. The reasons are not going to be discussed here, so we'll just accept it as it is. Phalam as the first one, then phale, phala e. Okay, a and e gets guna sandhi, goes to guna sandhi, and it becomes a. Phale phalani, phala ani. Now this a has come depending on the anta of the shabda. So the anta here is a, akaranta. Now you have to elongate that to become a. Now that will be the suffix. So phala a, and then you have to add ni. It becomes phalani. Okay. Now the same is copied into the dvitiya vibhakti. And if you remember the rules which was explained in the first video of the namapadas, you will see that the tritiya to the saptami vibhakti onwards will be the same as the pullinga counterpart. So what does that mean? So in place of the napumsakalinga, if you substitute the pullinga, it becomes ajanta pullinga akaranta shabdah. Which is that? Which is that? It is the bala shabda, right? Let me take you there. In the bala shabda, you will see that the rupas are so similar. It also becomes balena, balabhyam, balaihi, balaya, balabhyam, balebhyah, and so on. You see that from the tritiya to the saptami, it is the same. You see that, right? So the napumsakalinga actually follows this rule not just for the akaranta but also for every other anta, which means from the tritiya vibhakti onwards, you will see that all of its forms are generally the counterparts of its pullinga forms. But some exceptions do arise. For example, in the akshi and the varish vastu shabda. But the halanta shabdas, however, will form the counterparts of the pullinga itself from the tritiya vibhakti onwards. And so is the phala shabda. The phala shabda, phalena, balena, phalaya, balaya. And this is the same. Okay. Here it doesn't become phalebhihi, but it is phalaihi. This is a unique form, phalaihi. And the rest is similar as the bala shabda. You can watch the bala shabda video also. But one important thing is here that the sambodhana vibhakti is phala, he bala, he phala. But the dvitiya and the tritiya, I mean the dvivachana and the bahuvachana, why is it different from the bala shabda? Yes, you remember that the sambodhana vibhakti of any word in the dvivachana and bahuvachana, that is 8.2 and 8.3, will be the same as 1.2 and 1.3, be it pullinga, strilinga or napumsakalinga, be it a sarvanama or whatever. So the sambodhana, that rule supersedes the rule that you have to copy from the Tritiya Vibhakti in the pulling of counterpart. Therefore, you get the Sambodhana Dvivachana as phale, because it is the same in the Prathama also as phale, and phalani, phalani. Okay. Please remember this. You can try it out for Jala also. Now you might ask, how can there be two Jala? How can there be two waters or many waters? Now the meaning in Samskrita is secondary to the Shabda itself, which means the meaning takes a second place as compared to the derivation. So the Phala Shabda, now you might say, okay, yeah, Phala is, it can be the neutral gender, but how can Jala, which can also be in a neutral gender, have a Dvivachana and Bahuvachana? Now that is because the Jala Shabda is, although its meaning is water, it follows Phala Shabda in every aspect. So gradually its Dvivachana and Bahuvachana will be extrapolated. Although the meaning may be missing, like even here in the Sambodhana Vibhakti, you can't address a fruit and say, hey Phala. How can you call a fruit, and how will it even respond? But the rupas are to derivable and they are given in this table. So using the same model, you can replicate it for other shabdas as well, like jnana, jnanam, and hence in many of the Swaranta and the Halanta Shabdas, the Pratyeka Vachana becomes very important, because that is what is most popular in usage, Ekavachana. But the Dvivachana is so very rare, and the Bahuvachana is not as popular as the Ekavachana, but it comes in between. So your priority should be first to learn the Ekavachana forms. Let's go with the Sukha. Sukham, Sukhe, Sukhani, and so on. Dhanyavadaha.